So let's talk narcissists. Now, if you had my last email newsletter, I gave this great big description of how a narcissist behaves and how that impacts you, and just a ton of stuff. And the response to that was really phenomenal. I really was surprised at quite how many people are recovering from having a narcissist in their life. And you know, a narcissist can be family, it can be a child, it could be a sibling, it could be a colleague at work, it can be literally anyone. It's not always a romantic relationship where there's a narcissist involved. Now, for those of you that are empaths, narcissists love an empath. They are very, very symbiotic. And you literally find it's like moth to the flame syndrome. It's like the two are just drawn together, okay? And that's very much an energetic thing. And really, we need to feel sorry for narcissists because they're actually deeply insecure. Not that they would ever admit that, and not that they would even acknowledge that to themselves. They're actually very needy. They need a lot of love and adoration. They quite often are perfectionists in very strange ways, so they need to be right all the time, okay? So they don't like being criticised. They don't like being made to feel that they're wrong, and they don't like being proved wrong. They like that the least, believe you me. So there's lots and lots of ways that a narcissist can be a real nightmare to have around you. Now, you need to bear in mind that you can't change them. They don't feel that they need to change, and so therefore it's the situation you have with this person is never going away, okay? So if you have a narcissist in your life, you either need to cut them out of your life, or you need to learn to live with their behavior, or you can just hope that at some point they're going to realize and get help. That's not really an option, okay? It's very, very rare that that happens. You can actually get help if you're a narcissist. You can get healing, or you can work with someone like me and I can help you using NLP and stuff like that. And there are lots of people who have recovered, if you like, from being a narcissist, all right? So don't write them off, but really it's quite a rare thing. It's not like an alcoholic, you know. Even the worst alcoholic generally at some point will admit that they've got a drinking problem, even if they don't do anything about it. Whereas a narcissist, it's like, why do I need help? I'm okay, nothing wrong with me, it's you, okay? So, you know, you really don't want to be holding hope for them, all right? You know, I like to see the good in people, and I like to think that I can help everybody, but I'm also old enough and wise enough to realise that that just isn't always going to happen, okay? Now, the next thing you need to know is how a narcissist is actually created. And a narcissist is more often than not created by their parents, but not always. They can be created through a relationship or a work situation or whatever. There's many different ways, but normally it's upbringing. Now, they might have the most amazing parents in the world, but again, it's all about how they're raised. And so someone that is always made to feel that they are the only person in the world that counts, they're going to become a really massive narcissist. And by the time you meet them in adulthood, honest to God, that's entrenched behavior, okay? It can also come from these parents that like to helicopter in and do everything for them, because now this person's been conditioned that everyone's going to rescue them. I don't need to do anything, it's fine. And they're almost become oblivious to the fact that they are being rescued all the time, okay? Now, I personally think that social media is helping to breed narcissists like they're going out of fashion, because it's all about how many people have liked your post or shared your post or commented on your post. And it's kind of like, oh, I only got 300 today. Oh my God, I'm not a good person, okay? And so they're constantly churning out all of these pouty poses, and you know, here's me having dinner, here's me going for a walk, here's me breathing, you know, and it's all about look at me, look at me, look at me. And if they're not getting the attention, then they'll put something else out there in the hopes that that will get the attention. And so that all breeds narcissism. I think also there's a particular generation where the parenting actually left the children feeling quite lonely, quite isolated, and that actually has resulted in them becoming a narcissist to get the attention. Okay, so think of that generation where both the parents went to work and the kids come in from school and they're at home on their own all afternoon and evening, and then mum and dad get in, and you know that they don't feel like they count. And you know, I'm being very general here. Mum and dad might come in and be absolutely exhausted, or you know, poor old single parent who's working loads of jobs just to keep themselves afloat. And it might well be that the child feels that they're being abandoned, and you know, parent comes in and they're so knackered that the kid wants to talk to them, and it's like, yeah, I'm tired, come back later. And so the child then wants attention from somewhere, and once they've worked out a way to get that attention, they'll just keep on repeating it. Okay, so you've really got to give the narcissist some love, because that's what they really want. They want love, they want attention, but unfortunately they've got a real weird ass way of getting it, and they are very intense. So you will be the center of their world until they're bored, and then they'll go and find someone else that needs to be the center of their world, and also who hasn't got wise to the behavior that this person is a narcissist. Okay, and with a narcissist it can be little things, like you might be going, oh yeah, I just went on holiday to Spain. They're like, oh yeah, I've been to Spain too. And the next thing you know, it's all about their holiday and all about their trips and their thoughts and everything else. And it doesn't matter what you want to talk about, they're always going to turn it back on them. And if they can't do it directly, like, oh yeah, I went to Spain, they'll go, oh well, I'm going on holiday to so-and-so, might be Africa, you know, and they'll just talk about their plans and what they want to do. Or they'll go off at a complete different tangent, and you'd actually probably struggle to work out how you ended up on that particular tangent. Now, the other thing you've got to bear in mind is that this can often come down to a soul contract. And a soul contract is something that we agree with another soul before we incarnate. Now, this is going to sound really flippant, and it's very simplistic because it's the easiest way to get it across. So there you all are, all your souls are sat around the boardroom table, if you like. And let's say it's the soul that's going to be mum, the soul that's going to be dad, your soul, your spirit guides are there, maybe the souls of your siblings. And your mother is going, right, well, you need to learn X, Y, Z, and I need to learn this, this, and this. So I'll come and be your mother, and I'm going to be really narcissistic, and that's going to make you be strong and independent, and that's going to make you have to carve your own path in life, and I'm going to make your life hell, but I'm going to have a different relationship with your brother, even though I'm a narcissist, and I'm going to do this, this, and this, and he will do ABC. And so it's all sort of planned out. And so your souls are agreeing to this because they love each other. So that narcissistic mother or narcissistic father you had, both of you souls agreed that because that was the best way to get the end result. Okay. And so even if this is a romantic relationship, it might be that your soul contract is about learning to have strong boundaries. It might be that this is about you needing to learn to really stand your corner and go, no, I'm sorry, these boundaries are here for a reason. And if you're not going to respect them, I'm totally out of here. Okay. So those lessons that we're learning because of the narcissist have so many different purposes. It may even be that, for instance, you need to have this relationship with a narcissist, or even more than one if you're unlucky, and that's going to allow you to write a book, or you're going to become a therapist that specializes in dealing with narcissists. Okay, so there's so many different reasons why you have these people in your life. Okay, but at the end of the day, we have to remember narcissists are created. They're not born. You're not born being a narcissist. Okay, you'd think you would be, because it is all about you when you're a baby. That's the one time in your life where everything revolves around you. And so narcissists aren't always spoiled little sods. You know, sometimes they've actually had the opposite experience, and so they're craving what they didn't get. Okay, so really have empathy for a narcissist, no matter how they've treated you, no matter how it's affected you, because A, they don't know they're doing it. B, they've been created and they're mostly oblivious to that fact. They're not bad people, they're just messed up. Okay. Fourthly, these people are in your life for a reason, and you are in their life for a reason, and you are doing each other a favor. Okay, so think of this as the fact that you're helping their soul to grow, and they're doing you a favor by helping your soul to grow. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you need to keep the narcissist in your life. You truly can kick them out, or you can walk away, whichever's easiest. Okay, but just remember, they are not going to change. So you either need to learn to live with it, or you need to walk away. Those are really your only two options. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you a bit more clarity, and I look forward to checking in with you another time. Bye.